Hi, Paul Pearson here, doing a series of broadcasts discussing the importance of using and believing in our English authorized King James Bible. I've titled this segment The Trinitarian Bible Society Greek New Testament, and I'll begin to read. The recent statements coming from the Trinitarian Bible Society have distanced themselves from King James only, and have stated that the King James Version can only be considered as the best translation in English and is not entirely perfect. However, their production of the Greek New Testament compares wonderfully with what the King James translators provided for us English speakers back in 1611. Those who have a firm grasp of the modern Greek language of today can successfully use this Koine Greek of the New Testament and its proper pronunciation to witness to Greek speaking people. The trouble is, many seminaries, Bible colleges, and other institutions that teach Greek are teaching Erasmian pronunciations. This is not a format that can be understood by the 14 million Greek speakers in today's world. In fact, if you use the Greek that is taught and learned in Western Bible schools today, you would be at a loss to even order a glass of water in a Greek speaking nation, let alone share the gospel. That is how different the pronunciations are. Even the vast majority of professors who teach biblical Greek cannot converse successfully with native speakers. The teaching of Greek in the Bible schools of today would be better served by teaching conversational modern Greek, and when sufficiently learned, to get into the finer points of parsing sentences, etc. What good is learning a made up form of Greek that cannot be understood by Greek people? There was a seminar given a number of years ago where Greek professors and 4 to 7 year Greek students were given a quiz to see how well they could translate an English word into the Greek language. These were the words that were given at the outset of the talk: yes, chair or seat, ball, cat, monkey, nine, red, cold, nose, jump, bonus points, hello, how are you, goodbye. When all the papers were collected, the average grade was zero point 0.4 out of 10 correct. Most of the audience could not answer any of the questions correctly. The highest grade was 2 out of 10. This should speak volumes as to the futility of teaching and learning biblical Greek in the format that is being taught today. When we consider how a baby starts to learn their native language, we see that it is from the heart and much trial and error. And then, when one becomes sufficiently adept at conversing in the language, they are encouraged to learn the finer aspects of parsing sentences, etc. This way of learning the language would be much more interesting, rewarding, and useful. The Greek language is a living language spoken by many people in the world today, and it is proven that when the Trinitarian Bible Society Greek New Testament text is used and pronounced properly, Greek speakers have no trouble comprehending what is being communicated. It is not some mystical language, as is now being taught, that has so much more meaning than the words found in the English of the King James Bible. Greek professors are giving that impression as they teach their classes and very often correct the English with made up explanations of how much richer biblical Greek is. One example of many that could be given is a statement of Jesus from the cross: "It is finished." Whole sermons have been given on how much more meaning the Greek rendering of this phrase has packed into it. They would say "tetelestai" conveys so much more, like a famous painter putting the final touch on a masterpiece and exclaiming "tetelestai," or someone who has just made the last payment on a huge debt and exclaims "tetelestai." The plain English "it is finished" is just as powerful in its finality of something important being completed. Context says it all in any language. It is highly misleading to say Greek words are so much the better. This kind of rhetoric may sell a lot of commentaries, Bible, Greek dictionaries, and other related materials. However, in all honesty, they do not add anything to what the plain English conveys. The bottom line, Greek is an understandable language spoken by more than 14 million people. Why not teach the modern Greek language to Bible students so they could share what the Greek New Testament is saying? It is really not all that profitable to learn Erasmian pronunciations that are exclusive to an inner circle of Greek geeks. This reminds me of those Star Trek fans who are pretending to speak a fictional language of Cleon that no one can really understand, or the insider terminologies of special language of doctors and lawyers that exclude the common man. At least this last example has a benefit within the ranks of these professionals. However, to learn an exclusive, made up Greek dialect that has no practical use in the Greek speaking world is the height of folly. If one is going to spend that much time and money on learning Greek, why not learn conversational modern Greek? That, along with the Trinitarian Bible Society Greek New Testament, may be used effectively to bring that one to Christ. Isn't that what we Christians should be about? Doing the first works of soul winning? There is nothing more important and of possible eternal value than communicating the gospel to the lost. And I'll end with yours in Christ, Paul. Now, in my next and last broadcast on this particular topic, I would like to tackle what could be a problem in a Christian's walk of faith. I've titled it One Issue Christian. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again next time, God willing. Bye for now.